You made the decision to move in that direction, to change the whole focus of your professional life, and to roll these dice before you met these guys, right?
Which guys?
The advisors.
Oh yeah. So I knew that I wanted to tell some stories. There was one story that I always wanted to tell. When you look at the UFO phenomenon, just from a bird's eye view, it's always pushed into this kind of X-Files or UFO hunters or Independence Day kind of category. It's always kind of hokey, fun, entertaining, but not elevated. But to me, and I'm sure to you that know about this topic, we think of the dry desert, defense contractors, government secrecy, national security, tactile, extraordinary aerospace vehicles, heroic pilots that are going 10, 20, 30,000 miles an hour, if not faster, an aircraft that would look like magic to anybody that sees it. So, people like you and I that study this stuff look at it as like, this is the greatest story never told, period. You don't even need to sensationalize anything. This is science fiction in all of its glory, but it's more like science nonfiction. So to do that story the way I want to do it, or wanted to do it, we needed to create an ecosystem where that could thrive. So for me, the big hallmarks of the story, or the ethos behind it, really was I was attempting to do something. I wanted to communicate something about this topic that's never been communicated before. So what's the biggest way you can do that? I can go out and do some interviews, or I can go write some songs, or I can make some major motion pictures, major television, nonfiction books, fiction books, and start building it as a transmedia franchise. America's biggest export are films and music.
Is it more of a business or a quest for you?
Oh, this is a quest. This is an absolute quest. I mean, I haven't made any money off right now. It's so new, it's this big grand investment. When I think about Secret Machines, I do not think about money at all. I hope to God it makes some, because my company needs to survive like any other company. But I do that specifically because I believe that this is probably one of the most significant communications vehicles or operations that's ever been done. Now, I'm not trying to say it's more important or bigger than some of the stuff that we probably had to do in the Great Wars, but I think what I'm attacking and who I'm working with and what we're attempting to do with this has never happened before.
The topic is such a mess. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been at it for a long time now,
Yeah.
and I'm sure your fans said, "Oh, there's Tom on another alien binge,"
Yeah.
and would give you crap about it. But the topic is a mess and has always been a mess. It's a major undertaking to figure out that maybe you can bring sanity or clarity to it.
It is. One of the things, if I had to look back and go point my finger in the face of somebody within the secret parts of the government, if I was really angry, I would say, you devising this plan to release stuff and ridicule it at the same way was genius and the bane of my existence. Because what it did was, hey, we can leak stuff, you're going to hear it, but you're probably going to think it's weird or dumb or not true, so at least you absorb the info, but you're not scared of it. Over time, that operation of ridiculing what they leak out has created this tinfoil hat crowd, or what one of my advisors, my lead advisor, he calls it the giggle factor. He said, one of my advisors is the top of the food chain. I mean, when you look at the parts of the national security establishment that manage the biggest secret on earth, I mean, the level of where this person is just extraordinary. He was just telling me that he went to an aerospace event, an industry defense kind of event, a big deal where all the national security companies go and showcase their stuff and have talks and whatever. He says even there people giggle at it. They just think it's funny. And these are guys that should know about this stuff and are dealing with it, because the way it was explained to me is, you will find a bunch of men in suits standing around an elephant, which means all these people that should know what the elephant is just reaching up and feeling part of the elephant. Oh, I feel something long, it's just a hose. Or I feel something big and strong and go, oh, it's just a wall, But none of them know it's an elephant. And it's just an analogy for, all these people in these places should know what the UFO phenomenon is, and they're working on it, but they have no clue what it is, but they are working on pieces of it.
The idea, I mean, it's hard to tell somebody who doesn't want to take the topic seriously that there really are people in government and around government and within the military industrial complex that know it's real, maybe a small number, but that's true, right? I mean, there's a level of people who know that this is true and real and important.
Absolutely. Not only is there a level of people that know that this is true, it is the grand chess game. One of the things I found out that we will be communicating on the docuseries about this is why it's been kept secret. And when we talk about that, which unfortunately I can't do here, but when we bring that out, people are going to step back and go, whoa, holy cow, now we understand, the enormity of this and the seriousness of this and why we've done everything that we have done. And I think people are actually going to applaud what they've done. And so when you look at this, it's not so much there's just a group that are involved in it. It's like, it's a major task that is at hand that they're dealing with. It's an ongoing situation. It's not just some people waiting for a weird report to fall on their desk about some sighting. It's like, this is a major initiative to accomplish something.